Habs lose 4-3 against the New York Islanders. Consolation cat. He was sleeping. Back and forth game, honestly. By the way, I've been a little sick. My throat has been hurting a lot. That's why I didn't do the Ottawa game. So, excuse me. I'll quickly go through the let's go playoff spot. Woo! Right? Needed to get that out of my system. And now every point still very much important, right? So at least we get one tonight. But we had that game, honestly. That was, like I said, a very back and forth game. It could have been anyone's game, and it went their way. And it might come to bite us in the ass. Honestly, not too bad, all things considered, given that the Rangers lost, and I think Ottawa lost too. So nobody gained ground on us. Nobody leapfrogged us or anything. And we do get 1 point, which could be huge. Better than not getting anything right. But they were just showing in the TSN feed that we have 14 games left. 7 at home, 7 away, and out of those 14, 7 are against playoff teams. If we're gonna keep our pace and play 500 hockey, we need to win against the teams that are not on the playoffs. We need to win these games. We lost against Seattle in overtime. Horrible game, horrible giveaway game. And now we have a chance to close the gap with Ottawa, to increase the gap with the other teams that are chasing the second wildcard spot, and we play well. Honestly, we didn't play bad. We played well, but we let the game get away from us. I didn't like Montembeault. I didn't like a couple of the goals that went in. The first one and the third. They seemed soft, honestly. Even the second one, the second power play goal they had, he was square to the puck. He was square to the shooter, and he still was beat. So, I don't know why my camera is so blue. There's something funky with the color calibration. Anyways, yeah, I didn't like Montembeault. I didn't like him against Ottawa either. A couple of two of the goals that Ottawa had were funky, were fluky. That's what I meant to say. Fluky, like fluky goals. So, but Hudson bails him out on the first one, and then Anderson bails him out on that one, and now a couple bad goals against again, and then it's Laine on the power play, and then Gallagher on the on the breakaway. And they bail out Montembeault once again. I don't think the last goal, the OT goal, is on Monty. It's just unfortunate. Hudson tried to make a play, didn't work. It's honestly, all things considered, I prefer Hudson trying that play than not. Okay, yes. Obviously, we lost the game probably because of that, right? Probably, I mean, Laine didn't read the bounce, didn't read the play, and couldn't get back in time, so it was a 2-on-1, and Harba took him nice shot, beat Montembeault, right? But Hudson is still a rookie. We're still a team that's developing. We don't have expectations of getting the Stanley Cup this season. Obviously, anything can happen in the playoffs, but we barely had expectations of making the playoffs. Now we have a playoff spot for the moment, and we need to secure it, right? But it's still a learning year for a lot of our players. It's still get some synergy for a lot of our players, right? So I prefer Hudson making the play, or trying to make that play, learning from it. Like, now he knows, okay, if I try that and it goes like that, it's gonna be a 2-on-1 the other way. I cannot make that play with this situation, yada yada. You know, like he's gonna learn from that. So I'm not too mad about that. Sorry, I'm a little out of breath. The game itself, that Suzuki goal that got overturned, it could have gone either way, right? Coin toss, pretty much, like they were saying in the feed. Could have been anyone's game, and that was part of it. He was so close to the line, so close. I thought for a second it was gonna be an okay goal, just because it wasn't conclusive evidence that it wasn't, right? Like, what's the rule? I have no clarity on the rule. I know it's the skate that needs to be, but like, he had the blade of his skate was still on the blue line, or very close to the blue line. I don't know the rule that well, but very, very, very close. And he beat Sorokin in such a good way also. Like, it was such a good shot. Sad that he gets overturned. But yeah, like, I think we had 40 shots or something like that, over 40 shots during the 3 periods. Like, we didn't play bad. A lot of the shots, yes, were from the outside or not very dangerous shots. Sorokin played well. We couldn't get much in front of him. They were boxing out our guys well. Joshua Wild gets his first goal this season, so that's good to see. He was a little invisible after that. Honestly, I didn't see much more of him after that goal. I don't think the way he's playing, I don't think he's gonna be there for the long term. I think he's more of a patch solution right now. Sad, and I still think he can make it. I still think he can be that player for us. Probably not in the top 6, probably more like bottom 6. More of like a third line kind of player, I think I see him. But he needs to improve a few things. He's smart, and obviously he gets a goal for his positioning, right? He positions himself, avoids the boxing of the defender, and gets himself in a good position, gets the rebound, reacts first, and pots in a goal. So very nice to see. But like I said, he's quiet after, right? Newhook played pretty well, honestly. I was gonna say, like, maybe is not having a great time because his line mates are not doing great, but Laine played pretty well, and Newhook was also buzzing. Like, he didn't get one, but like, just against like the game against Ottawa, he had a few really good rushes. He hits one on the post that misses by an inch. So yeah, game of inches. Honestly, like, it could have gone. I said this already 3 times. So it could have gone either way. So Newhook with a good chance there. Sadly, doesn't go in. Obviously, the Habs. There's nothing more Habs-like than playing against a team that has been horrible on their special teams. That is ranked last in their power play, ranked last in their penalty kill, and somehow 2 of their 4 goals are on the power play. Is there a more Habs thing ever? Yeah. While it was happening, I was like, yeah, of course they're gonna score in the power play, because of course they will, right? They're the worst power play, but they're playing the Habs, which have a really good penalty kill, but like, Habs things. I didn't like the first penalty kill goal, like I mentioned. I think Montemo needs to have that one. The second one, they were moving the puck well. I still think Montebo could have had it. But well. I didn't like Armia's game today. I don't think he played well. Honestly, I've been liking Dvorak a lot more. I was going to mention it on the video that I didn't make against Ottawa because, he had a 4-point game against Ottawa. So he played really well, and he's been buzzing. He's been fast. He's been wanting to stay in the team. Honestly, that's a feeling that I get from watching him play. He wants to stay. He wants to contribute to this team and wants to earn a new contract. Armia, on the other hand, has been really quiet lately. He's been pretty quiet. A couple bad giveaways on the penalty kill. He doesn't clear it and like overskates it, and it leads to a chance for the Islanders. Not great. And on a little soft on the forecheck. Heineman has been carrying the line lately. Heineman has been pretty good. Evans obviously is he gets tough matchups, but he's still good. He still contributes, and he's still able to move the puck ahead, play well defensively and whatnot. I haven't been noticing Armia a lot. Like, I think out of Dvorak, Savard, and Armia is not gonna get a new contract, probably. And obviously that's going to leave a hole in our penalty kill, but we'll see what happens there. I also think Savard is going to retire, so we'll see. Massive blocks by Savard, by the way. He's slow. We all know he's slow. And he plays sheltered minutes with Jacky together. And honestly, Marty St. Louis deploys them pretty well. They don't get outmatched most of the time, and they are a tough pair to play against when the team has a physical line out there, and they play well physically against physical lines, and that's what they did today. And Savard is crucial for a penalty kill. Like, he is out there blocking every shot, and Matheson takes a penalty, so we have a 3 defender penalty kill rotation because we have 3 other guys that have no experience whatsoever on the penalty kill, and this is not the time for them to learn. So it's Savard, Carrier, and Matheson, all 3 of them, and Matheson takes a penalty, so it's just Savard and Carrier, and Marty decides to put Carrier out there with Savard, both righties. Carrier was just in a shift with Matheson when he takes the penalty, so he's tired. I don't know. I don't like that decision. Jacky has played on the penalty kill before. When one of the 3 main defenders from the rotation goes in the penalty box. It's usually Jacky that's out there. I don't know why it wasn't Jacky right off the bat. I don't know if it's Jacky that replaces Savard out there when Savard goes to the box. But why put Carrier when he's been already out there for a while? 2 righties. I didn't like that decision. Obviously, you know, what's the word? What are, like, looking back 2020, I forget the word it's exactly, but yeah, so knowing what happens now, of course I get to say, yeah, that was not a smart decision, but at the moment I can't blame him. Obviously you want to kill that penalty, and you put some of your best defenders out there. Carrier is a better penalty killer than Jacky, but he was tired. That's the part I didn't like, and, you know, 2 righties. What else did I see in the game? Yeah, my voice is still weird. Caulfield was our whole first line, honestly, they've been great lately. Yes, they were okay against Ottawa. Obviously, it was our secondary scoring that carried us the whole third period and into the win. But today, again, they get shut down. And it seems, and it's a repeating pattern, where when the Habs start rolling, it's usually because of our first line. And it was like that last season. So the other teams know, okay, let's shut down that one line. And they don't have any scoring, right? So our first line tried their best. They did get a few opportunities to score. Not a lot. A lot of the shots they took were from the outside, like from very sharp angle shots. Sorokin is gonna get most of those. I did like how Slav was very careful in the line goal. I appreciated his effort to get out of the crease immediately to allow Sorokin to move and then stay out of the paint. And obviously that led into the goal being allowed. So I did like that. But they couldn't generate much 5v5. Like I said, they did get some chances. Most of them were on sharp angle shots. But yeah, like they haven't been as good as they have been other times because now the teams know they need to shut down that one line. But that meant obviously our second line gets a point, our third line gets a point, and our power play gets a. When I say point, I mean goals. So our power play also gets a goal, and our power play wasn't great. It honestly wasn't great. We had 3-4 chances on the power play. And the first 2 were just not good. On the first one, I think we barely kept the puck inside the zone, and the second one I think was a little bit better. And actually, Laine was switched with Caulfield, and Laine was on the right instead of on his office on the left because they're taking away his space. They're taking away all the space because he's Laine, obviously. They're gonna take away that space. So he switches to the right, and he has actually a fairly good shot from there too, but we don't generate anything. And it's the second power play unit that comes out with a minute left, and I don't like that decision. Honestly, I like what happened on the third one, I think it was, or the third or the fourth power play, where our first power play unit stayed out there the whole time. They generate a lot more. Yeah. Anyways, I don't have a lot more to say actually. I have been pretty low energy because of how sick I've been. So I appreciated watching the game. We're still a point up on the other. We still hold that wildcard 2 spot, which is what you want to see. A couple difficult games coming up. So we have the Avalanche on Saturday, which they just destroyed Ottawa, and they're being one of the hottest teams as well. So that's gonna be a difficult game. And then we go on the road for like 4 games. I think we go St. Louis, Philadelphia, and a couple more. So yeah, difficult games coming up. So the standings might look very different a week from now, a week from today. We'll see. But it's up to the Habs. It's up to us to decide if we got into the playoffs or not. Today, they came back. They bailed out Montembeault, and we got at least 1 point. You know, like all things considered, not bad. We played better, and I think we deserved it. We deserved to win that one. Montembeault needed to be better, and we get that win. But we do get 1 point. Okay, now what? Now you need to get at least 1 point again against the Avalanche. You can't lose that one, and you pretty much can't. You're not allowed to lose 2 in a row if you want to participate in the playoffs. Anyways, obviously. All things considered, I'm sure the Habs and all us fans are really excited just to see them play these meaningful games during March, late March actually. So, excuse me. The Bell Center was buzzing on Tuesday and buzzing on Saturday. I'm sure it's gonna be buzzing again next Saturday when they play at home against the Avalanche. Hopefully it's a fun game because all the fans, including myself, have been really excited to see this kind of games. So yeah, it's been a blast. It's been so fun watching them. I'm nervous. I'm so nervous watching them. I'm there like hugging my blanket, just like screaming onto my TV when Gallagher had the breakaway. I was screaming on the top of my lungs with this voice, yes, like, go Gallagher, let's go, and then he gets one and obviously taps his heart for his mom that just recently passed away. He did the same against Ottawa, so he gets 2 goals in back-to-back, and both of them he dedicates to his mom. So obviously very nice to see that as well. Nice for Gally to be playing like he's playing. He hasn't missed any games since the news, and yeah, it's massive for him, massive for the team that he's able to, or that he wants to be playing with them, to feel at peace, to feel good with himself and not be thinking about the bad news. So good that he's playing great with given that all that. He just recently became a father as well, so that's massive character, and that's what you want from your veteran part of the team, because that transmits the vibe into everybody else. So good to see from Gallagher. Great that he gets rewarded with a couple goals, one against Ottawa, one against the Islanders. Yeah, he needs to continue carrying, because that third line has been buzzing lately with Dvorak playing like he's been playing the last 2-3 games. That line has been fairly dangerous. It's one of our dangerous lines now. Our fourth line needs to pick up the pace, especially Armia. On our second line, it's getting there. Newhook has been playing well. I don't think they gel together, but that's the best solution we have at the moment. I don't think you can mix up other lines, so not a lot you can do there. Just continue on with that, and see, hopefully they can get something. They can get some synergy. Obviously, they get 1 goal today. Hopefully, they can build from that. Anyways, that's gonna be it for this video. Don't forget to leave your feedback, everything. I want to hear you, the good, the bad. Don't roast my voice too much. And yeah, massive games, massive 1 point that we got. Sad we didn't get the 2. We're still in the wildcard spot, late in March. Who would have thought? We're all happy. Let's go. Go Habs go. I'll see you after the Saturday game.